what the hell are you doing calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning? And he goes, yeah, that's a cult. Hello, I'm back. It's Recruiter Aurora. And thank you for joining me in another video. Today, I have a story time for you guys. There are a lot of funny episodes, during my stay here, and I thought it'd be nice to share them with you. And before I do that, I wanted to let you know how I was doing. I got a lot of messages through LinkedIn. People were asking me if I was doing okay, if I've adjusted any better. And yes, I am feeling so much better. I'm very mentally stable. I am getting well adjusted, and I'm not being so hard on myself at the moment. I don't know if you guys see, but it is pouring in Korea right now. It's monsoon season. Monsoon season is ridiculous. It is so humid. It's the other day it was 99% humidity and it was raining and it was so hot outside. In Celsius, I think it was 29 degrees Celsius, and it's really bad. I'm currently hobby hunting. So last Saturday I attended my first painting class, meeting a lot of new people, and I decided to take it slow and not be so harsh on myself about this whole adjustment thing. So I'm talking a lot with my friends back at home. I'm calling my parents a lot more, and I'm spending a lot more time with my fiance as well, and my puppy. I also signed up for personal training. A lot going on. Keeping myself extra busy and making myself feel a lot better about it. When I first came to Korea, I really craved food from back home. Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, large sandwiches, halal food, dim sum. Korea has really, really good food, and they have all the franchise restaurants here as well. But the food from back home, you just can't get it here. I think that goes for everyone that is always away from home. So I really missed it. And something that I really missed when I first got here were those super large deli sandwiches, cold cut sandwiches. And for some reason, one day I was really craving a turkey avocado sandwich. So I was I'm gonna make it, because they don't have that where I live. So I said, I'm gonna go to the market and I'm gonna buy all the ingredients and make myself a large ass sandwich. I went to the grocery store. In Korea, there are a bunch of different types of grocery stores. We have really large stores like Korean versions of Costco, and those are one per area-ish. From my house, it's not a walking distance. From my house, we have a small produce market, a market that only sells fruits and vegetables. And then across the street we have a store that has only meat, like a butcher shop. I went downstairs to my produce marketplace and I was looking for cold cut, and they didn't have it because it's a produce market. But what they did have were chicken ham slices. It's weird. They do a lot of chicken stuff here. So I picked up a pack of chicken ham, or whatever you call it. And then I wanted avocados. Looking all over the produce section, and they didn't have avocados. And mind you, this is a small town, and it is a very, very small local market. So at that point in the beginning, I didn't figure that they might not have avocados because all of our vegetables are imported, but that didn't hit me then. So I was looking for them and I couldn't find them. So I went to the lady and I said, 이모, avocado 어디 있어요? Which means, Auntie, where are the avocados? And she goes, what is that? And I said, avocado. And she goes, I don't know what that is. We don't have that here. And I said, avocado 없어요? You don't have avocados? I'm like, no, I want avocados. And then I figured, hey, maybe there's a different word for avocados in Korea. So I called my mama. It's 3 o'clock in the morning in New York. And I called her and I said, Ma, what is avocado in Korean? And she's like, what the hell are you doing calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning? Avocado is avocado in Korean. There's no separate word for avocados. Do they have a separate word for banana? And I'm like, actually, yeah, you're right. She goes, just tell her avocado. So I said, my mom said it's called avocado. And she goes, whatever that is, we don't have that here. It wasn't my Korean pronunciation. It was just, they just didn't have avocados. Because the next time I went to a different market that was a larger one, and they had avocados. But the label said avocado. It said avocado. My next story is not funny. It's a little scary because your girl almost got dragged into a cult. and I had no idea. I don't know if you guys know, there is this drama on Netflix. I'm gonna put it here, and it's called Save Me. This drama is about a family that gets dragged into a cult, and everyone gets like brainwashed, and the girl, the main character, she tries to get her family out of the cult. I was walking to the train station because I had a little meetup with somebody in front of my house. If we go downstairs, we have that grocery store that I was talking to you about earlier, and on the weekends there are just always so many people. And next to the grocery store we have a fire station, and on the weekends that whole entire area just has so many people because I live in front of a mountain, and they have like hiking is a really big community, and there's a lot of different organizations. So most of the people, they do the meetup in front of the fire station. So Saturday, Sunday mornings, that entire area is just flooded with people, and I had to go past them. I was walking towards the train station when this one lady, she was an elderly lady, she came through the crowd and she came towards me. I was holding my dog Lily, and when I'm holding my dog Lily, I have a lot of people that come up to me and they ask me if I could pet her, or they make comments on how cute she is because she's a really tiny little girl. And so when someone asks me, I always say, yes, you can pet her, and yes, I know she's cute. And that lady, she approached me that day and she goes, oh my goodness, your puppy is so cute, can I pet her? And I said, yes, of course, because Lily really likes to be pet by other people as well, and her tail is already wagging up. And while she was petting her, she goes, are you from this area? And I was like, yes, I'm from this area, I just moved, I live right over here. And she goes, I'm from 하나님의 교회, which translates to Church of God. And I know this church. Why? Well, because when I open my curtains in the morning and I look down, I see that church. It is literally right in front of my house. I used to go to church back at home, and when I first moved to Korea, I really wanted to join a community. So when I saw it, I was like, once I get a little bit more accustomed to this culture and my Korean is a lot better, I would love to join a community. And I'm so glad that there's a church in front of my house. So I was always thinking that I should attend one day. So when she said that she was from that church, I was like, I know where that is. I've always wanted to go. And she goes, that's so great. Like, I would love to have you. Did you go to church back at home? And I was like, yes, I used to go to church back at home in New York. And she goes, oh, you're from New York? And I was like, yes. And then another lady comes from the crowd as well. At that time, I didn't know that they were like a thing. Like, I didn't know they were in this together. Okay. So she goes, oh my goodness, like, I'm from that church too, And then I was like, yeah, I used to go to church back in New York. And she goes, oh my goodness, you must speak such good English. And I was like, yeah, because I was born there, so it just makes sense. And then the other lady goes, we have so many people that speak English in our church. Don't you miss home? And I was like, yes, I miss home. So now I'm like, I would love to go. But that day I had a meetup. So I said, I really gotta go, but if you can give me one of those pamphlets that you're holding, I'll take it. And she goes, wait a minute, what's your name? And I was like, oh, like, whatever, my name is this. And they heard me wrong, but I was like, I really gotta go. So then I went. As I was like walking back, I had to pass them again, but for some reason, as soon as I left that conversation, something just didn't sit right with me. Like, I don't know what it is, but they were very friendly. But when like people, you just have that gut feeling that something is a little off, because it was way too similar to the drama that I had watched. Okay, now I don't compare everything to these TV shows, okay? But it was just really, really similar. So when I was walking back, I just didn't feel like I wanted to talk to them again, but I couldn't avoid that route. So I was looking down at my phone and petting my dog. I came to the similar area. Let's say this is me, okay? As soon as I was like going past the two ladies, they approached me from either side, and they're like, right here. And they go, but wait, what's your name? What's your phone number? So where do you live? Do you go to work? How old are you? When's the last time you went to church? Are you available today? What about tomorrow? And then I was like, wait a minute, today's not Sunday, because I don't know if you guys know, but usually people go to church on Sundays. So I was like, today, you guys have service today? And then one of the ladies were like, we don't go to church on Sundays because the Bible is wrong. And everyone else thinks that you're supposed to go on church on Sundays, but we go to church Monday through Friday. So whatever you know That's wrong. And that's when I was like, this is wrong. This is a cult. This is just like the drama that I had watched. Oh my god, I have to get out of here before I get brainwashed by these people. So I was like, oh my god, okay, oh, I see. So I really gotta go. And I tried to go, like, walk as fast as I could. But they kept following me. They kept following me. And they kept following me. And they kept asking me, but wait, what's your name? What's your phone number? What are you doing today? What are you doing tomorrow? Do you go to work? You didn't give me your number. What's your phone number? And they had like a paper and a pen. Your name. What's your name? Wait, before you go, I need your name. I was so uncomfortable. So I walked as fast as I could and I went upstairs to my house. I sat down, I called my fiance, and I was like, honey, you know that church in front of our apartment? And he goes, yeah, that's a cult. And I said, you didn't think that you should have told me this the day we moved in. What would you have done if I was lonely on a Sunday morning and I wanted a community to mingle with and I just happened to go by myself? I would have walked inside the cult by myself. You should have told me. But he said, you have to be really, really careful. You should never talk to strangers. And he was like, please stop talking to strangers when they approach you. And I'm like, I just wanted to make friends, you know? And when someone tells me they want to pet my dog, I'm like, yes, you can pet my dog. And if they ask me where I'm from, I want to be like, yes, I'm from New York. You know, I just want everyone to be happy. I want to be happy. And he goes, you can't do that because there's so many cults here. And, you know, foreigners like you and I, we wouldn't know. But the people that live here, as soon as you say the name of the church, they just know. Like, they know if it sounds culty. We don't know. Even my mom didn't know because it's so like Church of God. Like, who would think? Yeah, so if any of you guys are here for a long term, any of you guys go to church just like I did when I was back at home, please, please, please be careful before you walk inside any religious place. Don't be stupid like me. And don't talk to strangers. If they tell you that they're going to give you a lollipop, don't follow them into the van. Yes, just be very careful. So that's for today. I have some really exciting news that's coming soon. My sister, again, she's visiting next month, so we're gonna go around all of Seoul because, you know, when I first got here, I only had a couple weeks to like get myself, you know, ready for work, so I wasn't able to go to a lot of these touristy places. But when she's here, I'm gonna be walking around with her. I'm gonna try vlogging for the first time. That's gonna be weird. It's gonna be hard because I only have my phone. I keep telling everyone like, I need a new camera, you know, and like I need lighting. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person where if I'm gonna start something new, I gotta buy all the equipment first. Like if I'm gonna sign up for the gym, I need a new set. If I'm starting like tennis, I need like a tennis racket and like this, and I'm like that. Don't be like that. Okay, bye.